election. I don't know. Welcome to the Morgan Death Ambassador. I am your host, The Morgan. Thanks for coming on in. Guys, I was gonna do a reaction video to Selena Spooky Boo, but I just kept procrastinating, and I was like, it's because I can't not do a reaction video to the election. I'm not really gonna talk a lot about Trump, just kind of the general state of things. I was devastated on Tuesday night when I tuned into KSNS Radio at noon, and my girl Becky Bruce, back when I worked at KSNS Radio, Becky Bruce was my buddy. Anyway, you know it's gonna be a bad kind of day for the world when Becky Bruce's voice sounds or you're listening to KSL Radio. I've never heard her be so short in my, not that she was angry or anything, but she knew, because she's, whatever, in the newsroom, she knew what was going down that day. But I thought it was hilarious. I was like, well, that's all I need to know about today. And so I, as a background, have worked in newsrooms. I helped out run a Republican congressional campaign. And so, you know, I grew up in a very liberal household. My dad is a Bernie bro. My grandma, you know, was a person who taught me about feminism and that you don't need a man to pay your goddamn motherfucking bills. Running that Republican campaign, you know, being the comms director, I was the only employee. And so I realized how, you know, even when I was a reporter or a producer or any kind of newsy entity, I realized that, you know, Trump had made it an incredibly unsafe place to work. All I wanted to do, my entire career, my entire fucking life trajectory, was to be like a fucking reporter, right? And I felt like I couldn't be that because Trump, the president of the United States of America, made it a dangerous place. A dangerous place to be a fucking journalist. I was working for what I thought was very conservative news. It was KSL News Radio, and it is owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so I was like, yeah, this is basically hedonism for me growing up liberal, but that's fine, I'll work there. And I worked at KSL News Radio, and people would text in, or just normal people or whatever, say, KSL News Radio, those are just some liberal crazies. And I was like, guys, these guys are some freaking conservative whack-a-jobs. I thought the whole platform was way too conservative for its own good. And the listeners thought apparently that KSL News Radio was liberal because they, I don't know, broadcasted the truth. Oh no, and had Jews running their newsroom? Not the Jews. I was devastated to find out That people were going to protest. They're going to do their jobs covering protests. And when those protesters were hurting the reporters and producers, my people out there on the fucking, people were hurting. People were coming back from shooting in the field, and somebody had fucking tagged their radio van. Because it's okay to protest. Let's protest. Let's be loud and fucking proud. But until you have absolutely no reason to touch anybody, right? That is hooliganism. And it was devastating that I couldn't do my job safely, right? Like, I really wanted this reporter job, and I think, like, maybe things would have been different. I don't know, if the president in chief was a leader. That the president in motherfucking chief was a leader. It is disappointing to see the leader of the nation be a fucking, he has taken advantage of so many fucking women. We are so sick of this. When I woke up to those election results on Wednesday, it was devastating. It was fucking devastating because I live in a world, because I thought, am I living in a world where there are fucking millions of sexist, asshole, racists? Again, keep in mind, I helped run a Republican campaign was that 4 years ago? Fuck, how old am I getting? Oh man, that might have been like, no. Anyway, I helped Jay McFarland run, but I ran a Republican campaign. I changed my voter registration for the first time in my entire life. And I, had to, my dad was so disappointed. He's like, she is out of the well. No, I'm just kidding. So I helped this, Republican guy run, and I did. I changed my voter registration, got to know the conservatives. And what I realized, at growing up in such a hyper-liberal house, I grew up and realized that there are amazing people on all sides of the thing, right? I was on the swim team in high school, and one of the most amazing people on that swim team, her mom was a South Jordan mayor, for years and years. And, girls were Republican, but, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, But at the end of the day, I value my friendship because those people were really cool people, right? At the end of the day, I, was gonna definitely vote for somebody different, but at the end of the day, my friendship with that family, I feel like, will always come before that. And if we can do it on the liberal side, then you guys can do it on the conservative side. That is what this comes down to, is a devastating decision, and so many of us are bamboozled. We're saying, why? Think about the Dawn Ramseys of the world. And I do respect her, love that she's a mayor, female mayor, we love that. And she's a mayor, and it's different, right? It's just different, right? There are amazing Trump supporters out there, just as there are amazing liberals out there. And again, I am somebody who votes split ticket. I pride myself on voting split ticket. And, will vote for third parties more often than I will, Democrat or Republican, because I'm not either one. And, and so I truly am devastated, but I have to keep in mind that there are people, there are humans on the other side of this equation. But only if you choose to be those kinds of people, right? If you are gonna be the leaders, if you're gonna be the Dom Ramseys of South Jordan and lead as a leader, you know, if you are going to like make this political decision out of politics and not over your hatred towards women and the queer community and anybody who does not fit your tiny, minuscule thoughts and your tiny thinking, right? Like, right, tiny thinking, tiny dick, same thing, right? LOL. In truth, you know, I will only be outraged if the Trump supporters are going to not stand up and be the leaders. If they were true men, they would be standing in their power. They would not be cowering away from feminists. They should be treating people like equals, right? They should be understanding of women when they, like, if a man decides not to go on a date with somebody, that should just be like, okay, cool, I'll take the L. Like, it is not, like, this is not a man versus women debate unless you make it a man versus woman debate. Does that make sense? If you want this to be, oh hey, we are sexist, we are racist, then you have some growth you need to do. I have been in denial about so many things in my life. I truly have. And it's been really recently that I've realized that I've been the biggest fucking asshole. And that's what we're doing. We just want, I am calling for kindness and love and open-hearted. I am calling for people to think about others for once in their life. I am calling the men who do not do the laundry. I am calling everybody to peace. Because, guys, we will not, like, if you start treating us like trash, then, you know, I will definitely egg you on about how many more women that I've, you know what, than you ever will. So, you know, so if we're gonna be petty, I'll be petty, okay? Right? Locker room talk, though, right? This is just locker room talk, right? Just locker room talk, okay. If you are triggered by me talking about, you know, your masculinity, if you are triggered by this conversation, then maybe you should get a therapist. If you are angry that I exist and I have armpit hair, then maybe you should get a therapist. I have an awesome one. You want our number? I am asking you, is this about you being in denial, maybe about something you did to some woman in the past? Or is this you being jealous of the pan and gay community? That we have more fun with women. I don't understand. I think this is a man versus feminine thing because us women have been shutting you guys out lately. You guys were a little bit angry and voted for Daddy Trump. That's what I think that comes down to. I think this was, you were mad at us because we made you guys pay your fucking kids' child support after you didn't pull out. Like, that's just, what? I don't understand that. So if this wasn't man versus woman in the dating world where women are no longer bending to incels, and that we're paying our own bills, and that we have our own money, and pay for our own lifestyles. Like, I don't hate the family. I don't hate stay-at-home moms. I don't fucking hate any of it. I want to be a fucking mom myself. You know, but at the end of the day, I am concerned about safety. It's a safety concern. It is a safety concern. I am concerned that my girlfriends are dating and using Tinder. I have used Tinder so many times, and it like was, okay, like I have found some people and they're awesome, but like out of all the terrible people that I met, most of them were on Tinder. And it was a shit show before Trump won. It's not, oh, look at these terrible men. It's a safety concern. Oh my gosh. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I was taken advantage of. Like literally, we would be here all day if I talked about every single time I was taken advantage of. And again, not just by conservatives and not just by men, but women too. Women too. So again, this is not just a Trump supporters thing. This is a people being people. I am just disappointed in everybody. I'm really disappointed in everybody that we cannot live in a country where you can kiss a girl in the street or be yourself authentically. The America that I live in, and I am proud to be a fucking American, the country that I am fucking proud to be an American citizen is a country where we have elections. You know, even though Trump did win, and I have so many questions, I am grateful we have an election. And I'm fucking grateful he can't legally win again. Okay, there, I said it. Was this just out of hatred? Was this because you guys can't stand the kind, loving people, the kind, amazing feminists, the girls, the gays, the theys, the femmen? I am just shocked at the lack of kindness. It is a lack of kindness that I am disappointed in. And yes, I love to razz Trump supporters because they're jealous that I have, hung out with more women than they ever will. But really what this comes down to is safety. And if you are a safe person to be with, and maybe if you're not and you're hearing my voice, maybe you've been in denial about some stuff. If you're hearing my voice, fucking I've been in so much denial about stuff. Man, I took my own red pill. This last week, I pulled a Scorpio and, ripped somebody to shreds, that I really cared about. And I realized I was in so much denial about so much fucking bullshit. And I was like, Taylor Tomlinson and I were both Scorpios with dead moms. We're the same age and everything. And so I just, watched a lot of her stuff to make me feel better, because, she to me is a human, I don't know, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to fucking check on your funny friends, because now is not a funny time. So if you are going to be the man that I know you can be, if you are going to be the man that I know you can be, I have had to make so many changes in my fucking life. I was a complete fucking asshole until a year ago, and even then I have a lot I gotta get rid of, okay? I have done so many terrible things in my life that I am embarrassed to say. So I am trying to be a recovering asshole, and it is okay to make mistakes, and it is okay to learn that, maybe there's some things we need to fix in our world. Fucking Taylor Tomlinson, she said once, she said, she never loved anybody enough to fake it. Well, lucky her, because she apparently had a better self-esteem than I did. Because, I don't know. I think that I have been in a world where I don't feel safe to go on first dates anymore. I really hope I never have to use Tinder again. It was already devastating to see so many just lonely and angry men out of their own doing. There are so many lonely and angry men, and I get it. There are so many and angry women. And we can be better. Like, let's take your mom out to dinner. Like, let's just do I don't know, prove to me that you are not a fucking piece of shit, racist person, sexist, and everything. Be the bigger fucking man I know you can be. Treat people with kindness and treat people with the respect and kindness and fucking love that all of us deserve to be treated with. Yeah, if you're gonna disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you back. But at the end of the day, because I'm in my villain era and I've people pleased for 30 years, I can't even tell you how many times I can't even tell you how many times I've been taken advantage of. So this is a fear. And this is just me being a pan woman, right? Like, this doesn't even include like the fucking queer community, right? I made out with I'm telling you, I've had more peaches than you have. Y'all, I was a suppressed former Mormon with 5 Scorpio placements, okay? I don't know why you people don't think, whatever. Anyway, but I was making out with this girl, and she said, I'm so grateful that I can come to a country where I can kiss in the streets. What about next year? Is she gonna be able to kiss in the fucking streets? Are you gonna make it dangerous for her? Or are you gonna be the man I know you can fucking be? There is so much anger. There is so much frustration in 2024. We just want to live in peace. We all fucking want peace. Well, baby, maybe give us a goddamn tampon when we're on our periods. Treat your partner with kindness and respect. That is why I'm devastated so many women voted for Trump again. I am not against families. I want 2 kids. You know? I think, but fuck, girls who have that stay-at-home mind, those girls have figured out, okay? You know, like, fuck. What I'm concerned about when so many people voted for Trump is that the women that they are with, you know, like, there are so many women that the work-life balance between men and women is just off. Women are working more hours. We have more kids to take care of. We have more bills. And men, they do work, like, literally, like, study after study after studies is showing that men are doing, you know, like these Trump supporters and stuff, these guys are doing less around the homes. If you were a true conservative, if you were a true, you know, like, if you were a true man, again, prove it to me. Prove that you made this decision to vote for Trump. Prove to me that you can treat your woman with kindness. Prove to me that you can stand up and help out with the chores around the house. Prove to me that you are a better fucking man than all of us liberals think that you are right fucking now. Prove it to me. Prove to me that you can pay your fucking child support. Pay your fucking child support and be proud. Be like, oh, I pay my baby mommy $80,000. Like, literally, I had an incel training program. I should get back to it. But basically, any person, any man that does something good, right, deserves a boob pic, right? You voted for our rights? You voted for Kamala? Okay, boob pic. Oh, that man didn't sleep with a drunk woman? Oh my God, send him a pussy pic. Like, that is how we are getting it done in fucking 2024, because it is not safe. It is not safe in the liberal world. It is not safe in the conservative world. So why don't we all calm our titties and just chill? Treat each other with kindness and love that we were taught in elementary school. A lot of Mormon people voted for Trump. Prove to me that you voted for Trump for a reason, and Jesus is not going to have to send you to hell for your terrible decision. If you haven't realized that Trump is the Antichrist, you cannot call yourself a Mormon. A true Jesus loves everybody. A true Jesus is there. A true Jesus is here for kindness, the girls, the gays, the theys. Jesus is here for everybody. And if you do not realize that Jesus would be really disappointed in Trump, then maybe you are in some denial, and it's okay. Again, I have been in so much denial. I'm a Scorpio again. I've been in so much denial about my life and the shit that I've chosen to participate in. And so, as you know, as I'm 30, I've put so much crap into the world. We deserve people to stand up and fucking be better. To stand up in their fucking stand up in their power. Stand up. If you voted for Trump and this was an economic decision alone, stand up. Prove to us that this is not a debate about our right to have a human body on this fucking nation. Prove to us that we do not have to move to Canada out of fear because our daughters are never gonna be able to date again. Prove to us that you are the bigger man, because right now I am not fucking convinced. Okay. I am grateful to live in America where we can lose. I am grateful that, you know, there's only going to be 4 more years of this and we'll move on to bigger and better. What I need though, what I need from you, what I need from each of you right now is, if you are at home, you are devastated, right? If you feel like you lost yourself in this election, it's okay. Again, I told you I ran a Republican campaign. And when this person lost the Republican campaign, I lost myself to that election. And I have lost myself to elections before. And I do not have time. I'm 30. I do not have time to waste on the fucking piece of shit being our president, right? I don't have time for that. But I need every liberal person out there. We have been, we have dealt with this guy for 4 years before, so we can fucking do it again. The other thing is I need the gay community, the queers, the pans, the trans, the femmen. We need all of the diverse people to stand up in their power because it is 2024. We have been prepping for this, guys. It is time to protest. It is time to be here and to be queer and to be proud. And we need each of your fucking voices, whether that be on TikTok or whether that be you opening a fucking company, right? Like there are men at home who literally, 15-year-olds, who spend all day listening to the devastating side of men podcasting. And next thing they know, they're making millions before they're 16 years old. It's a real thing, Google it. This next generation is crazy. Anyway, but truly, think about that. Every single Elon Musky Husky, every single Trump supporter, they are working on making their money. They're working on starting 17 LLCs, and they're like making money and making TikToks and making lots of like it is time to rise up. We do not have time to be sad. We need each of you to stand up, to start that project, to start that business, to stand up to the patriarchy and say, fuck you, Trump. I am in my motherfucking villain era. Yeah, look at these hairy pits. Look at that. Zoom in on that, bitches. Thanks for watching. Have an incredible day. Don't forget to take your meds and drink your water. Don't forget to come out every Witchy Wednesday. These are gonna come out every Witchy Wednesday. We freaking love you. Have the best day ever. Okay, bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, thanks.